Hi, today is Monday, July 17th, 2017, and this is A Swede Speaks. And, well, since it's Monday, we should talk about last week in Islamic terror. So let's get started with that. Last Monday, not today, but 1 week ago, on July 10th, 2017, there were 27 dead and 44 wounded, and of these, in Tal Afar in Iraq, 7 children were executed and hung from lampposts by the Islamic State. And in Anantnag in India, 7 Hindu pilgrims, of which 5 were women by the way, were murdered and 19 wounded when they were attacked by heavily armed Muslim terrorists. On Tuesday, July 11th, there were 16 dead and 10 wounded, and of these, in Farah in Afghanistan, there were 7 dead and 9 wounded, when militant Sunnis forced 7 passengers off a bus and shot them. And in Lake Chad in Nigeria, 8 villagers were executed for defying Sharia. On Wednesday, July 12th, there were 42 dead and 43 wounded, and of these, in Maiduguri, Nigeria, there were 12 dead and 4 wounded in a suicide bombing. And in Idlib, in Syria, there were 12 dead and 12 wounded in a suicide bombing at a textile factory. And in Marawi, in the Philippines, there were 6 victims of Islamist execution were discovered. On Thursday, July 13th, there were 51 dead and 63 wounded. And of these, in Mosul in Iraq, 4 people were killed by 5 suicide bombers. In Garma, Iraq, there were 17 dead and 9 wounded by a suicide bomber at a security headquarters. And in Vasa, Cameroon, there were 15 dead and 42 wounded by 2 female suicide bombers. On Friday, July 14th, there were 10 dead and 5 wounded. And of these, in Jerusalem, in Israel, 2 police officers were murdered and 1 person was wounded by 3 terrorists near a Jewish holy site. In Giza, Egypt, 5 police officers were murdered by religious radicals. On Saturday, July 15th, there were 6 dead and 9 wounded. And of these, in Kalat in Afghanistan, 4 policemen were murdered and 1 wounded by Sunni hardliners who opened fire on them. And Sunday, July 16th, yesterday, there were 6 dead and 11 wounded, and of these, in Shabwa in Yemen, 5 local soldiers were murdered and 3 persons wounded at a checkpoint when Al-Qaeda fired automatic weapons at them. All of the last week, there were 158 dead and 185 wounded by Islamic terror, and that was 1 week. And as you can see, I mentioned Islamic terror in 3 different continents. In Africa, in Africa and in Asia. So I guess it's only 2 continents, but the Philippines, yeah. Well, I was thinking Africa, the Middle East and Asia, but okay, fine. But at least what we can see here is that Islam is creating problems everywhere. And I would say, okay, we have no cases from Europe or the Americas or Australia. And the only reason for that I can see is that we still have less Islam in this part of the world, and I think we should keep it that way. And that's really all I have to say about this right now. I will make another episode of Last Week in Islamic Terror next Monday, even if there won't be any Islamic terror. Who knows? Maybe there won't. And in that case, I will just say that there was no Islamic terror. So we'll see. I would like to thank the people who are supporting this channel through prayers, through Patreon, through PayPal. That's all greatly appreciated. And if you like this channel, and by the way, there are tiers for patrons and donors, and look in the description box below for information about that. And if you like this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Please share my videos on social media, on Facebook and Twitter and other social media that allows you to share. And if you got something to say, if you agree, if you disagree, comment below. Of course, if you like this video, please like it. And I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. And I will include all the necessary information in the description box below. This is A Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.